Have you ever really stopped to think about what happens after you swallow a pill? It just disappears and does its thing, right? Well, it's way more fascinating than that. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the incredible, unseen world of how your body actually handles medication. All right, let's get into it.
So you take a pill, maybe for a headache or something more serious, and you just expect it to work. But what's the journey it actually takes to get the job done? It's this whole complex adventure, really, and it all boils down to one powerful process in your body.
And we're going to follow that exact journey, step by step, from the moment a medication enters your system to the moment it leaves. Welcome to the wild world of drug metabolism. Yeah, it's not magic, it's metabolism. This is your body's built-in, super smart system for breaking down and clearing out drugs. It's what makes sure your medicine helps you without, sticking around and causing trouble. And it turns out there's one special group of enzymes that does almost all of the heavy lifting. So let's meet the star of the show, this big family of enzymes called Cytochrome P450. You'll usually see it shortened to CYP450. And honestly, these guys are the true unsung heroes of pharmacology. So what are they, really? Think of them as your body's personal elite detox crew. They're a huge family of proteins hanging out mostly in your liver, and their main job is to identify and break down anything that's foreign to your body, from the caffeine in your morning coffee to the prescription meds you might take. And here's a cool little tidbit. The name Cytochrome P450 sounds super technical and intimidating, right? But check this out. The P just stands for pigment, and 450 is for the wavelength of light they happen to absorb, which is 450 nanometers. So it's basically named after a color. How neat is that? Okay, so we've met the detox crew, but what's their game plan? How do they actually tackle all these different drugs and chemicals we throw at them? It all comes down to a really clever chemical trick. In simple terms, they grab an oxygen atom and stick it onto the drug molecule. This little addition completely changes the drug, making it more water-soluble. And that's the key, because once it can dissolve in water, it's way easier for your kidneys to grab it and flush it out of your system. So the whole process is this elegant three-step dance. First, the drug arrives, usually at the liver. Then the CYP450 enzymes get to work, transforming it into new substances called metabolites. And finally, your body just flushes those harmless metabolites right out. It sounds simple, but this process is absolutely critical. And get this, just how critical are we talking? Well, these enzymes are responsible for breaking down something like 90% of all the medications we use. 90%. That is a staggering amount of work for one system, and it means this system is basically a major traffic hub for almost every drug you could possibly take, which is exactly why drug interactions can become such a big deal. And just like any big family, you've got your overachievers. For instance, an enzyme called CYP3A4 is a total workhorse. It handles tons of different drugs, from antibiotics to antivirals. Then there's CYP2D6, which is super important for processing a lot of common antidepressants and antipsychotics. Each enzyme has its own little specialty.
But here's where things get really, really interesting and personal. This whole incredible system, it's not a one-size-fits-all operation, not even close. You see, your DNA holds the blueprint, the instruction manual for building your body's CYP450 enzymes. And since we all have unique DNA, we all have slightly different versions of these enzymes. This means your body might process a specific drug much, much faster or way slower than somebody else's. And this is a huge deal. If your genes make you a fast metabolizer, your body might chew up and spit out a drug so quickly that it never has a chance to work properly. On the flip side, if you're a slow metabolizer, that same drug could build up in your system to dangerous levels, leading to some serious side effects. It's basically a genetic lottery, and it can have a massive impact on your health. But wait, it's not just about your genes. The plot thickens even more when you start taking more than one medication at the same time. Some drugs can actually mess with your CYP450 enzymes. One drug might act as an inhibitor, slowing the enzymes down. This can cause other drugs you're taking to build up to toxic levels. Or a drug could be an inducer, speeding the enzymes up, which might make your other medications totally ineffective. This is why your doctor is always so careful about drug interactions. So when you put it all together, our unique personal genetics, these risky drug interactions, you start to see the whole picture. So why is understanding this incredibly complex system so vital for the future of medicine?
Well, this isn't just cool science, this is life or death stuff. Understanding a patient's CYP450 profile helps doctors predict and avoid those dangerous interactions. It lets them fine-tune dosages to minimize side effects while making sure a drug is actually effective. It's all about finding that perfect balance between a drug's power and its safety. When it comes right down to it, this amazing enzyme system isn't just some biological curiosity. It is a fundamental pillar of modern medicine. And really getting a handle on it is absolutely essential for making medicine safer and more effective for every single one of us.
So, I'll leave you with this thought. As we get better and better at reading our own unique genetic code, are we on the verge of a new era of truly personalized medicine? A future where your prescription isn't just for your illness, but is perfectly tailored to your DNA. It's an incredible possibility, and it all starts with understanding the hidden power of Cytochrome P450. Thanks for joining me.